In this video, I'm going to be going over the market crash happening right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. As you guys know, yesterday we did get some pretty solid packs, I would say, in the elemental drop. It wasn't as crazy as maybe we thought it would be, but it is still a very good drop in my opinion, with some super hype names that are going for a lot of MT, including Dark Matter Dwight. He's easily over 500k. We got Dark Matter Kawhi, who's only about like 350 to 400,000 MT, but then we got the Dark Matter hero, Michael Jordan, who can play point guard, and I do think he's the new best point guard in the game after they did update his jump shot to now have the KPJ base, and he's over 2 million MT for one single card. Then we also got the elemental MJ, who's still above like 500,000-600,000. We got some pretty decent opals with Kyle Kuzma, one of the better auctionable small forwards in the game. We got Cat, who's decent as a budget big. We got Jalen Williams, who's an amazing budget 2 guard for only about 15,000 MT. And then we also got this pink diamond beast of a center in this Peter. I'm just going to call him Peter. No idea how to pronounce his last name. I'm not even going to try that. You guys know I just cannot pronounce anybody's name to save my life. But he's actually not that expensive. I definitely wouldn't call him budget. But I mean, for how good of a center card he is, he looks to only be going for around 100,000 MT, maybe a little bit more on bid, but you should be able to get this card maybe for a buyout now. I want to quickly check that. Is he a buyout? Because he is so good for that price tag. I mean, he's able to compete with those taller centers in the game, whether it's a Kareem, whether it's a D-Rob, whether it's a Dikembe, a Kristaps. I'm not sure about Yao Ming or Taco, but I mean, if we're talking about those other centers and power forwards in the game, he can definitely compete against them. And yeah, you can see he's under 100,000 MT right now, only going for about 90k, maybe even a little bit lower, which is extremely good value, like 82,000 MT right here. I mean, that is so good value for a center card who's going to be able to play on most people's lineups. Like, I got to pick up this card and add him to my team because that is just extremely good value for this pink diamond Peter card. So I think all around, I mean, the set's pretty good. Like, we got Kyle Kuzma, really good Gali Silva card who's fairly cheap, but the main reason why there's a market crash happening right now is due to Michael Jordan and his hero card. He's 800,000 MT. Like, this is just ridiculous for how much these cards are going for. And that's what happens is when there's cards that come out that are just super expensive, even if they're not like that amazing, like this Dark Matter MJ card. I'm not even sure if this MJ is a top 5 point guard in the game, and he's almost a million MT, which is absolutely ridiculous. You look at Kawhi Leonard, I think he's about 350 to 400,000. Dwight Howard I've seen still end for over 500,000 MT. You can see right here 515 with about 25 seconds left. So I mean, these 3 Dark Matter cards are extremely expensive. And then you look at the hero MJ, 2.3 million MT with an hour and 16 minutes left to go. And there's only what, 10, 15 up on the auction now. So he's going to be so rare and so expensive. And that is just crazy for one single card. Like, how expensive is a set going to be? You got Kevin Durant, who's still 500k plus. You got, even Kuzma in these cards as well. But mainly the Dark Matter hero MJ, that's over 2.5, probably 3 million MT, which has just caused the market to crash a lot when we're talking about prices. If you look at Cade, you look at Devin Booker, they're a little bit lower than they normally are. It's not going to be like extremely crazy of a market crash. It's not going to be like when those super packs came out for season 6 and the market just completely tanked. It's just going to be like a pretty big market crash compared to what we've seen over the past couple weeks. If you guys know, we've never really seen a market crash for the past like 3, maybe even 4 weeks. But now you can see across the board, a lot of these Dark Matters are a lot cheaper. You look at cards like AK, he's also down in price. Where's that new AK card? He's a really good small forward, and he's even a little bit lower in price because we did get the new Kawhi Leonard, who will drop his price a tiny bit. Even though Kawhi's not better, it's just because of the name. So yeah, AK is now down to about like 60k. I do believe, I think he might even be a little bit cheaper. So he's still around the same price, down a little bit. But the main cards that have dropped, at least from what I've seen, is the point guards. That's what I've seen the most. Cards like Jimmy Butler, he used to be like 600,000 MT, 650. Now I'm seeing him end for like 450, 500. So he's down a little bit in price. But there are some cards like Taco Fall, who I think are up a little bit in price right now, maybe around the same price. So not every single card in the game is super crashed in price. I would just say like a majority of the Dark Matters I've seen for a lot lower. So if you guys are looking to buy any cards, I think it's a solid time to do so. And even some of the lower tier cards, right? If you look at a card like Pink Diamond Luke Walton, it's not going to be a crazy difference, but he was like 18 to 20,000 MT before the Friday packs, and now he's down to about 13k. maybe 12,000 MT. So it's not like crazy for like the pink diamonds. Like I think Dino is up to about 30,000 MT consistently. And now let's go see what Dino is. Yeah, now he's below 20,000 MT again. So it's not like incredible like the season 6 super packs that came out and just completely crashed the market. But now Dino's back down to, you know, 13,000 MT where he was before. So a lot of these cards are lower in price. So if you guys have been waiting to buy some of these cards that you've always wanted to add to your squad, whether it's a Jonathan Isaac, whether it's a Dino, whether it's a Luke Walton, any of the new cards like AK Ricky Davis, all those amazing cards, I think right now is a great time to do so. You can see Jonathan Isaac, he's back down below 40,000 MT, like 39k right there. He was all the way back up to like 55, 60,000 MT before the Friday packs, and now he is below 40,000 MT. So if you guys looking to buy any cards, I think right now is going to be a great time to do so. You know, cards like KP might be up in price, but I would say majority of the cards in the game that are either dark matters, opalers, or pink diamonds, I would say majority of the cards are a little bit cheaper. Some are a lot down in price, some are just kind of around the same price, and then some are like maybe down 50 to 100,000 MT. But let me know in the comment section down below what cards you guys are looking to add to your squad. If you're trying to buy any of the new cards, just let me know who you guys going after. You guys looking for any of the new supersonic cards? Are you guys looking for any of the actually new elemental cards? Like I'll definitely be adding that Peter card to my lineup. Like I need him for my center position to play alongside Taco, or I might have him actually come off the bench to be that really good defensive force and just be able to guard those Dikembe Mutombos. Like I think he's going to be a must-have card on pretty much everybody's squad, unless you already have a Yao Ming, a Dikembe, a Kareem, a Kristaps. Like you're going to kind of need that Peter card to be able to hang with those names I just mentioned. But yeah, and then if you guys want to sell some cards, I mean, it was a great time to do so before the drop, but the market's going to rise back up. It does every single weekend. It usually just crashes if there's a really good content drop, or just a drop that has, you know, super expensive cards like today's, or like yesterday's, I should say. And then usually the market does rise back up on like Saturday night and Sunday, and then the market will pretty much go back to being high on Monday, and then we'll have to see what we get on Tuesday. If it's nothing too crazy, then usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the market is fairly high. And then same thing, if there's a really good content drop, the market will drop on Friday and Saturday, and then we'll usually rise back up Saturday night to Sunday. It's kind of the same process, unless we get like an insane drop on a Friday, or we get like super packs. That's usually the process and the cycle it does follow, unless we get a bad content drop, which we have been getting with the supersonic, with the high res, with the phenoms. Those are pretty, you know, cheaper sets. Like if you look at the high res dark matters, I mean, even when they dropped, they were only going for about like 300 to 400k on the first couple days, and now they're maybe even a little bit cheaper. But if you compare those prices, those dark matter prices, to the new elemental drop, we see MJ's over 800,000. We see Kawhi is 350 plus, 450 plus now, I guess. You know, Dwight Howard is still 500 to 600,000 MT. So that's why the market is dropped, because there's so much more MT being put into the hero MJ, right? People are having to spend 2 million MT plus to get this card. That means the other cards are going to drop in price. And like I've always said, I just want to mention this once again, the best time to buy your cards on a Friday, or when the new drop does come out, is going to be Friday at around 3 p.m. Eastern to about 5 to 6 Eastern. That is the complete best time, and the final, pretty much the time you'll find the cheapest cards if we do see a really good content drop, or like I said, a drop that has cards that are super expensive. So if you guys are ever looking to buy cards on the weekend, that is going to be your best time to do so. Just want to give you guys a heads up, because I am posting this on Saturday. I know maybe there's some new people that do watch these videos, and just want to give you guys those tips, because Friday day during about 3 p.m. to 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern is going to be the best time to buy new cards if we do see a drop in the market with a really good content drop, or just a content drop that does have a ton of expensive cards. And then usually like Friday night it goes back up a tiny bit, Saturday morning it drops a little bit, Saturday day it's still pretty low, and then usually Saturday night past like 7-8 p.m. Eastern it kind of picks up over the weekend once we get into Sunday, and then Monday as well. So yeah guys, just want to give you guys an updated market talk video going over the market after the new elemental drop, and just letting you guys know that the market is fairly low right now. So if you guys wanted to buy some cards, I think right now would be a very decent time to do so. But let me know in the comment section down below what cards you guys are looking to buy, what cards you guys are looking to sell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.